Hi guys, it's Radia and welcome back to Radia TV. Today I want to do a short video about this book, 13. I thought it was upside down. That was really funny.
I don't know what you've been told, but this guy right here's gonna rule the world. Yeah, that is where I'm gonna be, because I wanna be. No, I don't wanna sit still, look pretty.
Hi guys, it's Radia and welcome back to my channel Radia TV. I know it's been a very long while since I've made a new video for this channel, but I am here today to do a review for you on a book that I've read a couple months ago when I was just trying to become more self-aware. It really helped me. There are 13 lessons that I learned from this book and I would really like to share them with you. So the name of the book is 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do, and this is written by Amy Morin. Now her 13 lessons, each one, they're very self-explanatory, but it's things that I feel like we need to have at the forefront of our minds when we are living everyday life. So what I did was I actually put each one on a post-it and stuck it up on my mirror. So every morning, every evening, whenever I'm washing my hands, I was able to have these 13 things right in front of me and always at the forefront of my mind throughout my day, so that I was able to put these things into practice. So I'll just get right into it. The first thing that she says is don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. Now that one, I mean, we spend so much time thinking about the things that we could have, we should have, we ought to have, we deserve to have. Why me? You know, all these types of questions. But those things are just put a negative energy into things that really doesn't serve us at all. So what we can do, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. So that's her first step. The second one is don't give away your power. And I think this one was very essential for me to learn, because in my own life I had the habit of giving up my power very easily to other people. And now that doesn't make any particular person a bad person, but it just means that for myself I was unable to feel that confidence in me to recognize that I have the power to control my life, my thoughts, my mind, my actions, my everything, right? I have that power in me and nobody could take that away from me. And that, I think this lesson was something that really stuck with me and it has changed my life. So if you give away your power, and if you want to understand more of what any of these things mean, I mean, definitely buy the book. But, you know, there's always Google ways like how you can keep your power, how to not give away your power. Those are really essential things that I think everybody needs to know for themselves. So the third thing is don't shy away from change. Now, I remember learning at a very young age in school that in science, some sort of science subject, I can't remember which one, but the fact that if things don't change, or if beings are incapable of change, they die. So, you know, that is essential in our everyday living. We have to be susceptible to change. We have to be able to roll with it. You know, everything is changing right now in the world for us. The entire world is changing right now. We have to be in a position to be okay with that, to say, okay, well, change is coming, it is necessary. We aren't going to hide from it. We are going to accept it, embrace it, and roll with it, you know? So the fourth thing is don't focus on things you can't control. So a lot of my internal dialogue these days is more of you have no control over that. So if I don't have control over something, I am not going to worry my pretty little mind about it. Right? So all that I concern myself with now are things that I have within my control, things that I can change. And at the end of all of this self-realization, you'll find that you are really only in control of yourself. So deep introspection, learning who you are, what you like, those are the things that you can control. You can control your reactions to every situation. You can't control another person or how they will treat you, but you can control your reaction to them. You can control everything you do in terms of how you react, how you behave, what you say, in terms of distancing yourself from that person if that is needed. So you have the control over you, and I think that was very important as well. So the fifth one, which was, it took me a very long time to be able to do this one, is don't worry about pleasing everyone. Now, this I think was the hardest one for me because I grew up always believing that what other people thought was important, what other people thought about me was important. And now I believe that what I think is important. So if I wanted to do something, if I think it's a good thing, then it's a good thing. If I think it's a bad thing, then it's a bad thing. I don't base my decisions now on what other people will think, what other people want, or, I don't live my life to please anybody else but myself. The sixth one is don't fear taking calculated risks. In terms of this one, I don't think I've actually taken any huge risks recently, but so this one basically, what it suggests that you should do is that you look at the situation, look at a problem, look at your goals, your aspirations, your life, and think about all the situations or how things will pan out, and decide which risk that you are most comfortable with and the risk that is going to bring you closer to your goals and dreams. So that is something I'm still working on, taking calculated risks. I suppose putting this video out there after such a long time of not doing videos is a calculated risk. So we'll see how that one goes. Number 7 is don't dwell on the past. Now, my experience with this one was that I had to first confront my past. So it took for me to not be able to dwell on it, the ability to go back in time within myself, face everything that I've experienced, that I've gone through, that I've done, that I've everything in my past, and come out of it knowing understanding then how I felt about it, how it impacts me going forward, what I have learned from it, and that really helps me not dwell on the past. So the past is gone. You can't change the past, right? What you can change is the future. You can influence your future. You can learn from your past to become better in your future. So that was that one. The 8th one is don't make the same mistakes over and over. Now that's quite self-explanatory, and I think that one takes a lot of introspection to be able to really do that one. But yeah, I'm still working on that one too. Number 9, don't resent other people's success. Now, I was never in a place or in the mindset to resent other people's success. So this one, it didn't really apply to me because I didn't really do that before. But that is one thing that a mentally strong person does not do. The 10th thing is don't give up after your first failure. Now, that as well is self-explanatory. We have so many success stories about so many successful people and successful institutions or products that have failed and failed and failed, and until they didn't, right? So in the book world, the most successful story is that of J.K. Rowling, right? She tried to publish Harry Potter so many times before it never got published. She was rejected by so many publishers until eventually it was published, and look at the big success it is today, right? So that is the first success story where she did not give up on her failures. She persisted, she believed in what she was doing, and it paid off for her. Number 11, don't fear alone time. Well, I have never feared alone time. I have always enjoyed being by myself. But this one is very important, to quiet your mind, to put your mind in a place where you can be introspective, where you can reflect on your past, you can reflect on your present, and you can reflect on what you want your future to be. I think once you can quiet your mind in those moments, that is when you have the most self-realization thoughts. And I think that is extremely important for any person who wishes to be mentally strong. The 12th thing is don't feel the world owes you anything. So this one, I mean, sometimes we feel as though we feel entitled. I was accused of being entitled once in my life, and that was really funny for me because I was like, what? Anyway, but that is something that you need to get rid of within yourself. If you do feel like if the world owes you something, like if you feel as though you should not be in the situation that you are right now, you need to recognize that you are in control. And if you recognize that and you are not satisfied with where you are, there's only one person to blame, and that is you. So the 13th thing is don't expect immediate results. Now, with any sort of project, with any sort of anything that you're trying to do, everything takes time, right? So working on yourself takes time. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to understand that you are going to relapse. You are going to go back into your old habits. You are going to find it very difficult to implement these 13 things if it is you're trying to be a mentally strong person, as according to Amy Morin, right? So you just need to have patience with yourself. It is a journey, right? Self-realization, self-actualization, self-discovery is a journey. It's probably going to take you all of your life. So you cannot get discouraged. You cannot, get impatient. You have to just go with it and accept it and, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. So those were the 13 things that Amy Morin believes are 13 things that mentally strong people don't do. So I hope you like this video, and if you can think of any other things that you think a mentally strong person should not do or should do, please leave a comment below and we can chat about it. I hope that you're doing well, and stay safe.